And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Apollo Racing Club. Here tonight, we are in the season finale here of the ACC League. I'm Adam EV500 here to give you the final call of the season. Joining me in the broadcast booth for the final time as well is Mr. Bash Dash. Hello, Bash. How are we doing this evening?
Fine. I'm pretty excited for this finale. We're at Paul Ricard, where the French Grand Prix takes place. Very fun track, although there is a bit of a difference. I think there's no chicanes in one of the sectors.
Yep, it's back straight.
So there's a tenth of a mile difference.
Yep, there's
Either way,
yeah.
should be exciting to watch these GT cars go around this fast, kind of compressed track. Free practice should be wrapping up pretty soon, and we'll head straight to quali. This is a, I guess, less crowded grid. Only 12 drivers, some AMs, mostly pros if I'm not mistaken. These are all the drivers going for the titles, I guess.
Looking at the standings, thank you to Grid Finder for approving our league. And here are the standings. Obviously, Andrew Warden with a massive lead. He wraps up his title tonight. Daniel Wright coming in second place with 244 points. And Tommy Kogan in P3, making the whole season in the Honda. But in the amateurs, there's been a little bit of spice up. I want to get everybody kind of attention to this. So Roadside Cookie ended up switching cars, which in this league, if you switch cars halfway through a season, or you lose all your points. So this has made the amateur battle heat up even more. And what I mean by this is, if you look at how close the amateurs are, you have Alan Zoe, Jeff Fleischman, and Timmy Wilkins. Looking at I don't have their just alone standings for the stream, but I thought I would tell everybody in the amateurs, Alan Zoe has 211 points, Timmy Wilkins has 191, and Jeff Fleischman with 173. And all three of those guys are here tonight, so this will be a three-way battle here for the amateurs. Bash, this is going to be exciting. It's going to be nice to keep our eye on the amateur battle here this evening as we get ready for qualifying. We're seeing some guys
like Kogan's out first.
Kogan will be the first man out there. No, it shouldn't be Kogan.
Well, that's what I'm seeing out in front.
Well, it looks like they have changed up quali. So some pros are already out there. Timmy Wilkins is already out there as well. Alan Zoe is just now leaving the pit lane. Daniel Wright is out there. He had a great season again. He's coming in second place this season for a second season in a row. It's great to see how well he's done. Tommy Kogan getting P3 in a car that was pretty difficult on most tracks on the GT World Challenge circuit.
You think it's because there are less cars on track that they're letting everyone qualify right now?
Yeah, I would say so. Give them more time to make some quali laps. 10 minutes. Obviously, you can do a lot with 10 minutes, but we do have some more guys joining here in qualifying. We have a new member, Thomas. Is it Castellani? What? I gotta look at that.
Castellani,
thank you. Castellani. So that is great to see him in an ACC GT3 lobby.
Certainly. And it looks like Kogan is at the final corner and is going to get provisional pole by default by setting the first time. Oh, wait, no, his numbers are red. He went off track. So who's behind him then? Who will set the first time? Actually, wait, no. Never mind. That was the out lap. It wouldn't have counted anyways. Now Kogan's on a hot lap. No wonder why he was just taking his time. He was just warming up. But, oh, no, he invalidates his time immediately. So, yeah, nah. Looks like we'll be watching Wilkins then, who hasn't invalidated his time and is going to try to make the most out of that McLaren.
So we're following Timmy Wilkins still?
Yes, we're following Wilkins right now. Goes through that first S. Sharp turn right there, but lets it slide effortlessly through. I really like the way he turned there.
Timmy Wilkins tonight has a chance to put it at, well, he can either win the amateur championship or get on the podium. He's going to be on the podium at least, but he would love to end his season this season, end this season with a win.
Definitely. Well, that's the goal for every driver, right?
Oh no, and he's gonna just
lost
slide.
it.
He has lost it.
Is that gonna affect who just went past the melon pitch?
Yes, that was melon pitch, and there goes Daniel Wright as well past him. So most of those guys are having to invalidate their laps because of this McLaren on track. They are not going to be happy about that. But let's look over at Dave Hassar, who is now just coming on. He is behind on his Delta, but he'll be one of the very few people to actually put up a time.
Melon pitch's time is still valid though. He's going through the final corner. He's actually maintained a negative delta. Good for him. Might not be the fastest lap, but he will have provisional pole with a 1 minute 55.74.
A nice lap from him indeed. Daniel Wright, he looks like he's still going pretty good. I thought he was able to invalidated that lap for sure, but it was a 155.320. And that is exactly what Daniel Wright is hoping for. Andrew Warden still in the pit lane. Our championship, the championship winner this year, Andrew Warden in the Honda. Tommy Kogan still going pretty strong in this Honda. He is now 2/10 up as he falls down to the back straight.
Yeah. But yeah, no, not bad time from Wright or Melon pitch, even though they had to dodge Tim Wilkins after he slid. We'll see if they can shave even more time off. It is pretty funny that Warden is still in the pits, but he already won the championship. He's not stressing. He's just here to have a fun time racing. Maybe his plan is to start at the back and try to work his way up. Who knows?
Currently, track temperature 27 degrees Celsius. That's air temperature, and then the 35 degrees Celsius on track. So it's a very nice day in France. And when you look at this race, particularly, 13 people have joined us tonight for the season finale. It's been a very competitive season, I would say, amongst the midfield especially. You see how some of the guys in the standings, who are not here tonight, some of those guys could have capitalized on some points, but like the overall championship, I think, for the entire season was very good, as Tommy Kogan still does not put up a time. Let's head over to Jeff Fleischman, because this man is P3 in the amateur championship right now. He has a chance to capitalize on something. He's currently 5th fastest. He is fastest amongst the amateurs.
He's not had the best time this lap though, and it's invalid anyways. So we'll see him cross the line, and then we'll see if he can't improve this time.
Easton in the McLaren. He'll finish in. He actually will move up a couple of positions with this race. He could potentially go up to P5 with a strong finish. He's currently P3.
Anyways, Fleischman
P4?
seems to be improving on his delta considerably, but he is going to want to shave off several seconds if he wants to be in the top 3 or even the top 4, because Dave Hassar has currently done a 157.036 as his fastest time.
Easton moving up to P2. 155.257 from the man with 12 minutes to go here in qualifying. Let's head back to Tommy Cogan. Is he on an invalid lap again?
Is he?
I can't tell. He's gained a 10th as he comes into the final corner
I think
here.
he is.
Let's see.
No improvement in any case.
No, nothing. Tommy Cogan really having a difficult time trying to just put a time on the board right now. Just shows that this Honda is not the easiest car to drive. And this man, he's driven it all season, finishing P3 in the championship. Let's head over to Jeff Fleischman because this is the storyline tonight, is the amateurs.
Yep. The R8 is going through the final corner. It appears he's shaved a second or so off, but it can only take him so much higher up the order. 5th, that's fine. He reckons he'll take that for now, but of course, if he wants to show up the rest of the AMs, he's going to really want to bring it.
Thomas coming across the line. He has a 159.073, so he still is looking to improve on his time. Currently 2:10 as he comes through turns 1 and 2. I want to head over to Tommy Cogan because I think he's on a valid lap now. I think he's gotten it. Have you been watching Tommy Cogan bash? And is it right there at the end of the back straight where he just runs off there and just invalidates the time? It's very easy to do that.
It is. It really is. You really have to be conscious of the lines here. Yeah, Cogan eats a little bit of the corner there. Thankfully, not too much. But, I mean, like, his times are in 155 territory. If he can keep it as clean as it needs to be this time, it might work. He even has a negative delta. All right, here we go. His lap is still valid, and he will do it in a 1 minute 55.368, putting him solidly in P3. Very well done to Tommy Cogan. Finally on the board, and in spectacular fashion.
Tommy Cogan, P3. That is really nice to see. And now he's just going to bend it into the wall because, you know what? Finally, let's head over to Melon Pitch.
We'll let that frustration out somehow. But yeah, Melon Pitch, also one of the members of the 155 club. What were you saying?
I was going to... well... we've passed it at this point, but Melon Pitch and the Lamborghini. Melon Pitch, where is he in the standings? I didn't even consider him moving up some positions. Currently P19 in the standings with 48 points because everybody's going to score tonight. He will jump a few positions. I don't know how many, but it's going to be quite a few. It's going to be a nice little jump for some of these guys who are down the standings here to really cap off the season for them by gaining a few of these positions just for attending our races here. That's something to say about these guys who have committed to most of these races. Andrew Warden, perfect attendance. Daniel Wright, perfect attendance. Tommy Cogan had a perfect attendance. Same with Craig is not here tonight, so he is not there. I'm trying to see who else. The amateurs, Timmy Wilkins. Alan Zoe will have perfect attendance. So that is amazing. Here comes Melon Pitcher coming across the line. Did he get that one? Oof. Not good.
It seems like it'd be a slight improvement as well. But yeah, no, you bring up a good point. You want to earn those bragging rights. Showing up is the first step. You got to show up before you show out, you know? Or show off, rather.
Let's see, Jeff Fleischman. He is somebody, again, we got to keep our eyes on tonight. Actually, where is Dave Hassar at? Dave Hassar is just coming through turns 1 and 2, isn't he? Yeah. No, he's just coming down the back straight now. So let's head over to Jeff Fleischman as he comes around to the penultimate turn into the final turn. Currently P6, 2/10 up on his delta. Is he on a valid lap?
Yes. And he's still on a valid lap.
Very nice turn.
Doesn't look like he'll improve too much, but anything helps. Doesn't bring him up the order, but if he continues to stay on that trend, he might gain a position or two. We'll have to see. Who else can we
157.
watch?
Let's head over to Joshua Kimball, who has a 159.106. I wonder if he's invalidated this lap because he is at a 1 second delta time almost. So unless he just found incredible amounts of pace,
Now his lap's valid.
it's valid. Oh wow, he's now he's only a half a second up. He's lost some time in this third sector. He comes into the final turn and he gains 2 more tenths off of his time. He's up to 8 tenths of a second now on his delta. He comes across the line and he puts up a 158.377.
Just short of Castellani's time.
That was very nice to see what Joshua Kimball could do there in the Grid Finder Works Ferrari.
But as you see in this next lap, he's shaving off more from his delta from that previous lap. So he might just be on Castellani's heels.
And this is where you cannot lose any time through these next 2 turns for Joshua Kimball, my apologies. We're so used to calling him by that name. And now he goes out a little bit wide, but gets the grip down. He's currently 2 tenths up. Now he's going to head down the back straight.
2 tenths is plenty if he wants to gain just that one position. I don't know how much further he can go besides. I don't know how fast the Ferrari is on this track.
Just overall, it's just going to be a stable car to drive. It's very... Honestly, I prefer the Ferrari on Paul Ricard. It's very fun to drive. It's very, I don't know. It's just something about it. It feels really nice about it. Now Joshua Kimball coming out down through, just out of the back straight, and he has not gained any time.
Yeah, he's
now
lost
at this
time,
point.
As a matter of fact, I don't know where he lost it. Like, it seemed like it was decreasing on the straights. It was decreasing when he hit these corners. Oh, but he's gotten some back.
2 tenths up now on his time. Coming into the penultimate turn. Where is he? No. What is it?
Yeah, no, I was wondering what was going on with the delta.
But he's 3 tenths up, and he comes across the line now at this point. Can he get past Thomas? He does for P7.
158.191. Got just what he needed to do it. Next one up the order for him would be Jeff Fleischman, who's at a 157.783. If he can keep it tidy and maintain that speed, it could be possible. But, yeah, we'll just have to see. Who hasn't set a time yet? I believe it's just Thornton, Colo, and then Andrew Warden, who is still in the pits.
3 minutes to go. Well, just under 4 minutes to go here. And it's been kind of interesting because the storylines are starting to unfold. Now, Colo
just gets P6 with a 156.592.
In that
his Ferrari setup must be different.
Well, he's with the Rabbit Racing Team, and that's a very unique livery. Nice livery, man.
Yeah, got that champagne gold coming on.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Fleischman.
But yeah, no, he's driving very aggressively as well.
Yes, he is.
Back to Fleischman.
Well, actually, Tommy Kogan, 6 tenths up on his time right now, half a tenth up, and he goes with a 154.816, going second fastest here amongst the Apollo Racing Club overall and in the pro class. What a lap from him, considering it took about, 4 invalid laps to get a time on the board. What a lap from the man, though.
Yep. Joining Daniel Wright in the 1:54 club. Takes 2 to tango. Now they could really start dancing. And yeah, now Daniel Wright still seems pretty comfortable. Not his time's pretty good, but Tommy Kogan, I'm sure he could shave off 0.2 of a second.
I'm heading over to Jeff Fleischman because, again, storyline. This is the amateur class this season has been. If you haven't been, and then I apologize because I did not feature it as much as I should have. Because these guys, this is going to be an epic battle tonight. Here we go. 2 minutes to go left in qualifying. Jeff Fleischman currently a 10th up on this pace. He is going down the back straight here in that Audi R8. He is going to try and fly here. Anything to do to try and just make that gap a little bit bigger from Alan and Tim.
Thornton, in the meantime, also just trying to make sure he gets a clean lap in, as he still hasn't done it. But yeah, Fleischman's Delta, he seems to have a little bit of trouble with it, but it looks like he's at the very least going quicker than Thornton, because he's starting to catch up to Thornton, it looks like. Maybe he can use some of that slipstream, I don't know.
Jeff Fleischman still looking good. He's 3/10 down now on his Delta, so he lost some time. But Cole is currently 6/10 up on his Delta. I wonder if he is on a battle lap or not. Jeff Fleischman not going to improve here. Well, let's head over to Cole. He's flying here.
And Thornton has put in a lap. It's the slowest lap, but it is a lap.
He got it done.
Warden just fine with starting at the back, I guess.
Yeah. Why not? Why not try and drive through, make it a race?
Yeah. Why not challenge yourself a little bit?
Yeah.
I dig it.
The man. How many wins did he get this season?
One, not.
Well, 2,
I don't know about
3,
all of them,
4, 5,
countless.
6. 6 wins this season. And Cole does not improve. He was on an invalid lap. Actually, he did improve. A 156.406. Daniel Wright 3/10 up on his Delta.
Daniel Wright looking to extend the lead further. Despite the fact that Tommy Cogan's on an invalid lap, Ice Tin's in the pits, Melon Pitch's in the pits. So many cars are in the pits. This is just a formality for Daniel Wright, a ceremonial finish to the quali. So that's your grid. Wright and Kogan in the front row, followed by Ice Tin, Melon Pitch, Hassar, Colho, Fleischman, Kimball, Castellani, Wilkins, Gobes, Zoo, Thornton, and then Andrew Warden will be starting at the back because he's feeling dangerous tonight, fellas. This is going to be a fun race. How high up do you think Warden's going to finish? You think he could make it to first?
I think he can. It's going to take a few tries. It's going to take a few passes to get it done, but he'll get it done for sure.
All right. Leave your predictions in the chat, everyone. We are excited to see them. Speculation always makes things more interesting.
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
All right, so let's get going here before too long here. Daniel Wright on pole position, Tommy Kogan in second place. All right,
And
here we
the
go,
formation
Bash.
lap begins.
And just listening to these cars, it's always really nice to hear that.
Agreed. I actually want to stick with Warden on the formation lap because I want to see what he's going to try to pull at the start.
Well, he can't get too far. The game will give him a penalty. But this is where this is going to get exciting. This is kind of interesting. Thornton is just letting the man by for some reason. But it's going to be interesting to see this battle between Tommy Kogan and Daniel Wright. I think this is something we finally get to see now. A one-on-one between these two this season. And this is... Hold on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to get exciting. Any predictions for you tonight, sir?
I think we're going to see some extremely tight racing. Maybe a few collisions here and there. There is always a lot of tension on those final races. But now I'm expecting some kind of, most of all, I'm expecting to see maybe some first lap overtakes. Maybe something exciting, something unexpected. These drivers, they'll definitely be trying to give the fans something to say wow at.
Of course, the amateur battle.
Oh, yes.
Who is coming away with it? Who is going to come away with the points and win the amateur championship? Jeff Fleischman, I think he gets 30. How much? What is the max amount of points he could potentially get? If he gets first place, that's 45 points. Is that enough? Bash? 173 plus 45? But here they go.
Enough to break 200?
To break 211.
Yeah, it should be, because that's 218. That'd be 7 points ahead.
Well, here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's go here. The green flag is going to be flying when they come across the front straight here. Daniel Wright waiting for the command to go green flag racing. And here we
There it
go.
is. Away we go at Circuit Paul Ricard. Daniel Wright definitely going to want to try to lose the rest of the grid, but I'm here trying to see what Andrew Warden's going to do. Is he going to try to get any first corner overtakes? Ooh, he swoops one up. Has he gone for a two-piece? Nah, Wilkins is still in front. Thornton's still in front. Zoo actually gets his position back, so Warden's got his work cut out for him. Let's see where Wright's at. Wright is clear ahead. Kogan following distantly. Eiston's a little closer. Actually, no, Eiston's dropped a couple positions. Dave Hassar has gone up with the GTR. Dave Hassar about to overtake Melon Pitch, his Lamborghini. The Nissan, Dave Hassar having a moment. You love to see it. Dave Hassar has had his ups and downs, and it's great to see him doing well in the finale.
Looking at the amateur field now, Joshua Kimball has gotten past Jeff Fleischman through Sector 1, and now they're going to be chasing each other down the backstretch. And what a clean first couple of turns. That was amazing to watch. Watching some of these guys. Melon Pitch currently in that Lamborghini. He has fallen back down into P6. Tommy Kogan currently in second place. Dave Hassar in third.
Warden is clear of Zoo, getting up to 10th. Had to dodge some cars because someone spun. I don't know who that was. It might have been, I think it was Brandon Gobes. He's at the pits now, so I guess he's out of the race. But yeah, now he's close to Jeff Fleischman. So Gobes has been clear of Tim Wilkins. I think Thomas Castellani is fallen down the line. He's second to last currently. Gobes might be out of the race. And now Warden is all over the back of Fleischman. Who's at the far back, though?
We got Thomas and Thornton.
I don't know if that's Thornton, because, oh, no, it is Thornton. Yeah, Thornton's fallen back. So Warden in one lap has gone from 13th to 9th, and he's about to secure 8th as well. So it looks like my prediction was correct. He wasted no time going to work. His boss should give him a raise. But there's quite a lot of distance between him and Jeff Fleischman, so slipstream will not be a strategy for him. If he's going to get to Fleischman, it's all going to have to be racecraft.
As now
higher up the order, Colho is chasing Eiston, who is chasing Hassar for that coveted podium position, as Kogan and Wright appear to just be hopping planets at this point. Who do you think's going to get third?
Anything could happen, honestly. Dave Hassar is very quick, but here comes Eiston. He's gotten the draft, and now he's going to try and make a move on the inside. He swerved inside, but had to back out of it, and now he's going to be chasing Dave Hassar down. Dave Hassar goes wide, and now Melon Pitch also goes wide. We're seeing cones fly everywhere coming out of the backstretch, and wow, I thought Eiston was going to just make a mega move down the inside off the end of the back straight. What? He should have.
Yep. I like the racecraft from Hassar. I like the line he's going in, but it's clear that Eiston is really anxious to get his position back. Update on Warden. He's gotten into slipstream distance of Joshua Kimball, so he's going to be making that move within the next couple corners, surely. Unless Kimball puts on some grade A defense. But he goes a little wide. Warden takes the inside line, and now they're just at touching distance.
And Joshua Kimball giving Warden the, hey, just take the inside.
Go for it, man.
Just leave me alone.
No one's crossing you at this point. And Warden is now in position lucky number 7. But there's been so much distance between him and Melon Pitch. Or maybe that might change because Melon Pitch has gone off. Colho has taken the position instead. Eiston is still chasing Hassar quite closely in the slipstream on the straight now. Could this be the opportunity?
Here we go, Eiston. He's getting it. He's getting it. Can he find a move? He's going to move to the outside. Can he get it done? He's looking for it. He's going to try and make it. Oh, Dave Hassar is just trying to keep that inside line. And Eiston is not giving this one up. He is going to take that position.
Yeah, no, Eiston's got this one, but Hassar is very close behind. He's not giving up without a fight, surely. Oh, yeah, no, he's going to try to get him on the inside, but Eiston pressures him more. It's clear that this is going to be a battle for the ages between these two.
The speed of the McLaren down that back straight was enormous. As we got to ride on board right there, that was some fun times right there. Watching Eiston just fly down and try and make that move happen, and he got it done. But he's going to have to defend still.
But the GTR isn't a slouch either. It is a little bit heavy, but it does have four-wheel drive, so you get that stability. Hussar just has to know where to put it, and he just has to stay within slipstream range. Is he going to get any closer this corner? No, Eiston's doing a really good job of putting his car in a position to slip up Hussar. Very good defensive effort, but Hussar's making good use of that slipstream, so they're going back and forth.
Tommy
Ward
Kogan
now gaining on Melon Pitch. Tommy Kogan still chasing right.
And you gotta wonder, will Andrew Warden win this race?
Imagine if he does. He'll have bragging rights for an entire, 5 years, I'd say. Especially with Daniel Wright and Tommy Kogan going to work.
Looking over at Alan Zoe, he is also in the amateur conversation to potentially win this championship. He's currently ahead of Timmy Wilkins in the McLaren. So, Alan Zoe currently in first place. Right now, as it stands, Alan Zoe will win this will win the amateur championship. As it stands. Okay. If Fleischman were to able to get past Joshua Kimball to win the race, Jeff Fleischman would need Alan Zoe to be basically at the end of the pack. To have a chance at winning this. Or Jeff Fleischman has to get an overall fastest lap, laid lap. He has to hit the bonus points in the amateur division.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be very hard. But look at Timmy Wilkins here. He's gaining a little time on that Porsche. Excuse me, to our international viewers.
Yeah, he might make the move. You got to admire, though. In just 10 minutes, Andrew Warden has gone from 13th to 5th.
Well, he's a man who doesn't like to mess around.
Indeed. He's taking this so seriously, and the results speak for themselves. Yeah, Wilkins isn't clear of Zoo just yet. Has to put himself in the prime overtaking position, but it appears that he might have messed up in those corners, gone a little bit wide in some places. So now Zoo's losing them.
That Porsche can really get going down the back straight.
Yeah, no, I just zoomed. Oh, and there's another spin. It's Fleischman.
Oh, it's Fleischman. And he is also taking... He took Alan Zoe with him.
No, almost took Zoo. Zoo just dodged him by a hair. But
guess who got through?
Having to go wide has allowed Wilkins to slip through. And Zoo has to be a little aggressive now.
Timmy Wilkins has now moved himself up to P2 in the amateur championship standings. Does that give him the win? Let's look here. Timmy Wilkins with 191 points in front of Alan Zoe. How much is second place? 38 points. So he's at 191 plus 38.
I'll run the numbers.
Oh, excuse me, 30. 191 plus
229?
30, plus 36, excuse me.
36, 227 then.
And what's P3, the amount of points? 30? Take 2. Oh, no, and there's contact between the two. Oh.
Oh, yeah, Zoo just goes past, but they'll definitely be having a discussion at the end of this. Wilkins has allowed, I believe that was Mellon pitch to get past as well. Not a good look for him.
Oh, no, some spice now amongst the amateurs. But don't forget, there's still pit stops to be had. The pit window will be opening here momentarily.
Yep, the right pit strategy could change everything. We've seen it all too often. Warden ever so close to Hussar now, just trying to get clear. I do think a podium for Warden is inevitable, but if he wants to win, he's gonna have to ride this Honda for all it's got. Because Tommy Cogan and Daniel Wright, they aren't just drivers you can catch up to like that. Maybe Warden can eventually catch up to them, but it's going to take some time. Question is, how much time will he allow himself after he gets up to third? 40 minutes? 45 minutes? I don't know.
Well, right now, Timmy Wilkins has fallen down to 12th after getting in some contact with Alan Zoe,
Who's now 8th.
who is now, 8th and second place amongst the amateurs.
And
what happened to Fleischman?
What did happen to Fleischman?
Fleischman down in last place now.
Yeah, because he spun. That must have been a crazy spin because it took that much time to recover. Yeah. But now Warden, after those first couple corners, overtook Hussar, is now in 4th. But Hussar's drafted him. Hussar isn't out of the fight yet, but Warden does have that passion. And it looks like the only thing that's separating between him and the run to catch up with the rest of the podium players is Ice Tin. How fast can he get the job done, I wonder?
Well, this put everything in the amateurs that we were talking about just up in the air. Just, anything can happen now after that.
Because
Wow.
even with the race results finalized, reports can still be made and stuff. I knew there was going to be drama.
It was clean racing. It was clean racing. I didn't knock on wood. I did not knock on wood at all. Well, pit window should be opening up, at the 45-minute mark, so...
Something like that, yeah.
Tommy Cogan currently still in second place. Ice Tin in third place. Still. As Andrew Warden chasing the man down. It wouldn't surprise me if Ice Tin tries and defends a little bit and hold Andrew Warden up.
Yeah, no, that straight is long. It's hard imagining Paul Ricard without that chicane right in the middle. Warden goes a little wide, slides a little bit, but recovers. Still catching up to Ice Tin.
All right, let's do a little trivia here. Okay?
All right.
All right. You guys ready for this? All right. Okay. So, the current layout, there's two layouts. There is the one with the chicane, which is where F1 races, and the one without the chicane.
Which is what we're
On
doing
the
now.
F1 chicane, who has the fastest lap time? Think about it. On the F1 layout, who has the fastest lap time? Happened in 2019. Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari with a 132.740. And then in our current layout, the fastest lap time on here is a 140.139 from Nick DeVries in the G Drive Racing Formula E car. So, well, not Formula E car. It's whatever. Yeah, the touring car. Excuse me, a trophy car. So,
DTM.
yep.
Yeah.
TDS Racing.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be cool if Formula E cars raced car card. I wish Formula E still raced at Long Beach so I could catch a race, but it is what it is. Anyways, Gordon is just now breathing on ice tin at this point.
Ice Tin just defending hard here. He wants this P3.
Yep. But Warden's got the "you're not that guy" kind of mindset right now.
You're not that guy, bro. I just hear him now. But Andrew Wharton getting very close to Ice Tin. Let's ride on board with Andrew Wharton.
Ooh, is this gonna be it? Oh, squeezes past, but nah. Close though. Warden's just gonna try to make as much of that slipstream as possible because this is a reasonably long straight. This is a pretty long straight, yeah. Has to give some space to Ice Tin. Try to avoid a collision. Ooh, but Ice Tin slides a little bit, and this is Warden taking his opportunity. The pressure worked. And now, at 42 minutes, he's got to overcome I think it's about a 5-second gap, 6-second gap in that ballpark between himself and Tommy Kogan. And then he's going to have to take another like 4-second gap to get to Daniel Wright. Can he complete 10 seconds worth of gaps, give or take, in 40 minutes? Even especially taking that pit stop into account. It'll be a tall task. But we'll be sure to keep eyes on. Let's see if there's any more close racing happening. Asar's kind of beached at this point in 5th. Ice Tin is starting to lose Warden. Colo is on his own. Pitch is on his own. Castellani and Thornton are sort of close together.
Oh,
but
here we go.
There is.
I just want to point out something. Sorry.
All good.
Timmy Wilkins, Jeff Fleischman, 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Yes.
Why are they making this map? What?
How do you drop that far down?
I have no idea.
Collision?
But what we need to figure... You know what? I'm not even going to try and figure this one out because this requires just getting my calculator out and having to sit here and focus on it for the next 5 minutes to think out the possibilities.
Let the stewards do all that. But nah, Wilkins was probably saying karma right now to Alan Zhu after that collision, depending on whether or not he views Zhu or himself as the perpetrator. But either way, there are positions to overtake. Is Wilkins going to get it this time?
The pit is now open.
Oh, the pit window's opened. Anyone you think is going to pit early?
I don't think so. Not when you're this close. You want to You want to be the last man to make a move here, honestly. Especially if you're battling for the championship, honestly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because I think Alan Zoe had a 158.392 on the last lap. Timmy Wilkins with a 157.9. So Tim does have some time in that car.
Yeah, currently it looks like... Yeah, no, I'm not sure if Gordon's going to be able to take that gap. I could be wrong, though.
Oh, excuse me. Had to take a drink. I was eating my dinner in between talking, so
I feel that.
But as you can tell, we have a championship. We have a really nice battle happening here. Let's look at Andrew Warden. He's tracking down. Daniel Wright lapping about a 154.945. Andrew Warden only a 10th faster. All right, well, here we go. Look at the amateur battle right now. We got 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th currently. Around just about a second and a half. And now Thornton getting a drive-through penalty. That is for track limits. But look at these guys. These guys are just not going to give an inch in the back.
Yeah, everyone's racing super hard. Love to see it. Yeah, Zoo's trying to get clear of Kimball. Wonder if this will give Wilkins an opportunity to catch up.
But now the gap's starting to form in the back here. I'm looking down the intervals here, and Dave Hazar falling into the pits now. That's an interesting call. Here we go. The Porsche trying to go around the round 5, and he makes contact, and double contact, and that's going to send him back to the back of the pack now, and that's going to allow Timmy Wilkins free.
Yeah, Zoo must be beating himself up for that one, and Kimball must be absolutely heated after that.
Well, more drama here amongst the amateurs as now Tim Wilkins comes into the final turn.
Doesn't look like he's pitting yet. Someone's gotten in the pits though. And it looks like Thornton's gotten a drive-through.
Yep. He has to serve that in the next lap. Tim Wilkins, currently P2 in the amateurs.
All up in 8th position.
Is he in a position to win this now? Is he in a position to? Yes, I think he is. I think he is he's in the position to not only win this race in the amateurs,
but the championship as well.
But the championship as well. Now here comes Jeff Fleischman. He's going to make a move on the outside. Timmy Wilkins defends hard. And they're going side by side down the back straight. What is this madness? What a
Well, you
defense.
gotta
And now
appreciate the
here
effort.
comes Thornton. All these guys racing very aggressively. Jeff Fleischman trying to maybe win this race, win the championship, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think right now, if Alan Zoe finishes where he finishes, he will come in second. This is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just like, I'm trying to look at the points, kind of get the point system down, do quick math in my head, and I full on believe that Timmy Wilkins right now, if the field were to finish where it finishes, no. What is 191 plus 36 is what? Did you say 136?
136. I don't think I said anything like that. What was this about again?
191 plus 36.
Oh yeah, okay. 191 plus 36. That's 227.
Now let's see here. I wish we had a live standings thing. It would be great, but that's really hard to do. Trying to think, where does Alan Zoe come in right now? 4th place? 5th place? 23. What is 211 plus 23? Timmy Wilkins coming into the pit. He's going to be the early pitter. So let's head on over and then let's see what happens here, because now Metal is on. So right now, Alan Zoe is at 211 points, and he finishes 5th place. That's 234. Timmy Wilkins would not win the championship. But now, Alan Zoe trying to make some moves. Down the back straight, he's on the inside of this Audi R8 of Jeff Fleischman. Jeff Fleischman defending hard. You gotta be careful there. Don't get too close there. And now Jeff Fleischman, he's doing a good job. He takes the inside line. He is defending hard. And that's going to be really huge here, considering that Tim Wilkins made an early pit stop, was the first man to pit with the amateurs.
Keep it up.
And as Jar Jar Binks would say, this is getting crazy. Yeah, I'm bad at impersonations. Looking at Alan Zoe. Now he's staying out. He's going to go another lap. Jeff Fleischman pits in. Where is...
Warden is caught up to Kogan.
Warden has caught up to Kogan?
Yes.
Well, if this...
And they're battling for first now.
Daniel Wright pitted early as well because he was... So Tommy Kogan now leads this race, but with Andrew Warden chasing him down, I'm actually very surprised at Daniel Wright pitting this early, considering that Warden was coming up behind him. Now, Tommy Kogan coming into the pits. He will concede the lead currently on track to Andrew Warden. But let's take a look at Easton. He's low on a lonely island right now. Same with Mellon Pitch. Thomas currently, he's finding a little bit of speed in that Audi. Excuse me, not that Audi, the AMR. Daniel Wright currently running P6 on track. Alan Zoe currently P2 amongst the amateurs and 7th place overall.
Warden's in P1 now, but how long till he pits? How long till he pits?
Allen stays out. Warden stays out. Easton stays out. Mellon Pitch stays out. Joshua Kimball coming on in.
Let's see, is there any racing going on?
Seems like some gaps are pretty much formed at this point, so we will just have to wait and see.
Yep. Daniel Wright's only in 4th, good for him. Oh, but Warden is coming into the pits now.
Warden's going to serve his pit stop now. This is going to get interesting now. Will Easton stay out? And he does. Does he? Yeah, he stayed out. So he will be the leader of this race. I'm so confused. Yeah. Okay. Mellon Pitch getting past. He'll be in 2nd place. Dave Hassar currently running 7th. He's had a pretty good race too. He was up in the 4th place at one point, chasing down Easton. Timmy Wilkins.
Currently in 1st for some reason.
Yeah, it's just currently in 1st. He's doing a good job here. Timmy Wilkins currently running 11th, 4th amongst amateurs. So, and let's see, Alan Zoe into the pit lane. What will happen here? Keep an eye on it. Oh, never mind. We don't have to keep our eye on it much longer. What's going to happen here? Can Alonso get his pit stop done in time? It's not going to happen. And here comes Timmy Wilkins. He's going to pass Alonso. This is mega now for the championship.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. Jeff Fleischman currently in front of Timmy Wilkins. But Tim is trying to chase him down. If he gets up there, that would be second place for Tim Wilkins, which would give him 227 points. Joshua Kimball got a stopping O 30.
Wilkins is approaching the car, it looks like.
It's for him and Fleischman battling currently. See, Mellenpitch now in the lead of this race. Iceton has made his pit stop, and he's come back out on track. He's currently P5, so he'll move up to P4. Now, guess what? Because of Andrew Warden's pit stop, Daniel Wright is now in second place. So when Mellenpitch pits, that will be the lead back over to Daniel Wright. And Tommy Kogan actually came in front of Andrew Warden. Andrew Warden running P4 on track. He'll move up in the P3. Well, here shortly, because Mellenpitch has now come into the pits.
Wilkins still trying to get clear of Fleischman.
See here, Jeff Fleischman getting chased down by the McLaren of Tim Wilkins. And this is where it's going to get spicy, because that McLaren does have some speed on it, especially in the slipstream, because he's gotten closer now to the rear end of Jeff Fleischman. And that Audi R, it's fast, but it needs to... It's going to be difficult. I mean, this track is difficult to pass on, I feel like.
You like it?
Try and stick it down the inside somewhere. You might lose the front of the car and just go and send somebody off track. But this is going to get very interesting for sure. Where is Thomas? Thomas is currently coming into T1, so good. So he's currently leading the amateur field here tonight. Pit window will close in 30 seconds. Everybody's done their pit stop. Track temperature right now, 33 degrees Celsius. So we started at 37. It's decreased now with 20 minutes to go here in the season finale of the Apollo Racing Club ACC GT3 season.
Wilkins is getting ever so close to Fleischman now. Gonna try to extend his reach to the amateur championship even closer.
Pit window is now closed.
Pit window closed, hoping everyone who needed to pit got to. Colho is getting closer to Melon Pitch as well, so there is still some racing here and there.
I want to stay with the battle for the amateurs real quick because Tim Wilkins is getting so close to the bumper of this Audi R8. And now Timmy Wilkins, he's going to move on to the inside, coming down into the last sector. And he finally makes the move. Gets a little squirrely coming down that section. Very loose, not a whole lot of grip there. So, but Timmy Wilkins going up into P2 amongst amateurs.
Well done to him.
Alan Zoe falling down the order. Well, it's still in 11th. So at this point, let's see. Who currently has the fastest lap amongst the amateurs? Allen. So he'll get a bonus point for that. Right now, I think Allen wins the championship.
He might.
Joshua Kimball has to get 2 laps back. Let's see here. Jeff Fleischman falling back here. 4/10 off of Tim Wilkins' back bumper.
Yeah, Fleischman's still in the battle. That's Adam.
Fleischman's still in the battle, but like at this point, I think everything would just remain. Fleischman would become in third.
Yeah, provided Wilkins doesn't get in another incident. Melon Pitch still has to. Oh yeah, now Melon Pitch is serving a drive-through penalty right now. I think he lost his position to Colho that way, but it looks like he's fine otherwise.
As it stands, Alan Zoe would win this championship by 10 points. 10, 11 points. If this stands.
So either Wilkins' work isn't over, or he's going to need some luck. Yeah,
he
I'm
is
not
going
sure if he can catch up to Castellani.
Timmy Wilkins has to win the amateurs. No, he still loses it by a point.
So Zoo's going to have to drop far back.
Zoo would have to lose 2 laps has to lose the 2 laps he's ahead on Joshua Kimball.
And I'm not sure if that's happening.
One point.
I guess he wants the symbolic victory over Zoo at this point. Just to say I did what I needed to. I was ahead. Whatever happens, happens. Fleischman is still giving him trouble, though.
Now Fleischman moving to the outside before they come into turn number 1. And then moves to the inside because Timmy Wilkins defending his line, and he stays in front. Tim Wilkins doing a great defensive job here. I'm looking at the best lap times.
And it appears
Excuse me.
Tommy Kogan's had a drive-through penalty.
Must be a track limits issue. So he will have to concede second place eventually on that drive-through.
But it does still seem unlikely that Ward gets up to Wright's territory. I mean, it's not the worst gap in the world, but Daniel Wright is no Sunday driver. Still, Warden can be proud of doing what he did. He can pat himself on the back for that little flex.
I'm thinking here. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at some things.
Take
Even
your
the
time.
bonus point. The bonus point, if Timmy Wilkins can find a way to win this race amongst the amateurs, he needs to get the fastest lap bonus point to tie at 2:37 apiece, which would then go on count back. And Allen does not have a win this season. Oh boy, it would be, I think, right as it stands right now, if the race were to checker flag, Alonso becomes the amateur champion this season. If Tim Wilkins can find a way to close the gap between him and Thomas and overtake to win this race amongst the amateurs, Tim Wilkins would tie the championship, and he would potentially win if that's how, if the count back is correct.
Gordon up into second at this point, but only so much you can do in 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, the one competition I can really see is Fleischman versus Wilkins. Unless I'm missing something. I mean, I guess there's... Oh, wait, no, Mellon pitches is blue flagging Thornton right now. There is ice tin on Kogan. They both appear to be having similar lines. Ten minutes left. What do you think? Thinks there's going to be any last-minute adjustments? Think something crazy might happen?
Easton doing a great job trying just to catch up to this Honda of Tommy Kogan.
Yeah, Ward's needing to get clear of Fleischman now before moving on to Daniel Wright. Now within view of Daniel Wright. 8 minutes, though. Is he going to do it? There are no cars in between them now. Tim Wilkins in view of someone. Oh, that is Fleischman. And he might need to unlap himself from Warden if he wants to go any further. Oh, Warden will just need to go faster.
Tommy Kogan will looks like he'll have a little bit of a battle here again with Easton. This McLaren's pretty fast here. You just see the pace of Tim Wilkins and Easton doing a pretty good job between the two. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go.
The green McLaren, though, of Daniel Wright, he might have to be doing some defensive stuff soon. I don't know if Andrew Ward is closing the gap too much or not, but progress is being made, it seems. That NSX just being put to work, gliding through all those corners effortlessly, not overextending bounds with track limits. Very good stuff. Just over 2 seconds between them now. Ooh, this is tense.
Well, it wouldn't have been the season finale without seeing some of our great drivers here at Apollo Racing Club finally go head-to-head here. Warden goes a little bit offline there. In turn 11. That's not turn 11, that's 9 on this layout. My apologies.
Warden wants this. So vital to shave time off in those first few corners.
4 minutes to go in this race. Daniel Wright could take a win here, and that would be his second win this season.
Yeah. He'd be saving himself from the flex.
Three minutes to go. Daniel Wright in first place. Let's look down the order. Jeff Fleischman has escaped the grips of Tim Wilkins, excuse me, and Alan Zoe currently behind Tim Wilkins by 4 seconds. See, who else could we talk about? It's going to be Ice Tin, of course, in P4, doing a great job this race. This will be a great result for him. Again, Ice Tin will move up some positions in the pro class, and this will be his best finish this season. Dave Hassar in 5th place, and is currently P5 in the standings. He'll be happy about this race.
Yeah, I'll say all the amateur drivers have done a stellar job this race. They just showing heart and showing that they wanted it as much as they have. Warden getting ever so closer. Ooh, slides a little bit, but might still be starting to get within slipstream distance of Daniel Wright. Oh Lord. 1 minute left to go.
All right, man. The leader is on the final
Wright
lap.
is on his final lap. It's do or die time for Andrew Warden. Is he going to complete the flex?
Final lap of the season. Here we go.
Let's see what happens. All right. Warden is just going great in these corners. Wright's doing good too, but that NSX, I think, just has a little bit of an edge in handling on this track. And it looks like Wright is getting some slipstream support from a back marker. That might complicate things. Who is that? Castellani? Yeah. Ward's not close enough to be able to capitalize in quite the same way. And that is a long straight. Warden going back to the Wright going back to the racing line after getting everything that he could from Castellani. Warden not slowing down in the slice, going a little wide.
Well, Daniel Wright.
This.
He wants
Daniel
this
Wright
so bad.
Yeah, Daniel Wright is having none of it.
He's just, I think he's calm, cool, and collected. Daniel Wright comes through Sector 3 now. Even though he doesn't win the championship, this will be a moral victory for him. He will be happy with this. Will be 2 wins in a row. He caps off his season with 2 wins. Joshua Kimball now off track And here comes Daniel Wright. He'll win here at France. Andrew Warden in second place. Tommy Kogan will finish in third, but let's head on over to Jeff Fleischman.
Yep.
Thomas comes in first in the amateur. Jeff Fleischman, did he do enough to overtake Tommy Kogan in the championship? Jeff Fleischman finishes second place. Timmy Wilkins in third amongst the amateurs. Alan Zoe in fourth. Joshua Kimball came in fifth.
Yeah, the amateur championship conclusion was an entire situation.
Well, the admins and the mods are going to have a good time trying to figure this one out in terms of points. But our champion, I know amongst the amateurs, unless reports happen and Alan Zoe loses out positions and he falls down to last place, 13th. Alan Zoe is the amateur champion. Andrew Warden, your season champion in the pro class.
Yep, and he was denied first. Daniel Wright was just on it at all times, but from last place to second, that's just proof of how crazy of a driver Andrew Warden really is.
Well, folks, we want to thank you for joining us this season here for another great season of Apollo Racing Club ACC GT3 action. If you would like to join us next season, head on over to apolloracing.club, fill in the forum, and join us here on Saturday nights. Well, Bash, any final thoughts?
No, other than this was a crazy season, and thanks again for having me.
Well, thank you for coming along for the ride. For everybody here at Apollo Racing Club, we want to thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time.